The ground, as it dries out, gets pretty hard, and where we're placing that seed in between area got pretty hard, and it takes a lot of down pressure. And when you add that down pressure and you're trying to go fast, sometimes the machines break down and they can't tolerate that much pressure. But it's farming. We just go to work and you get the job done. That's the job, and it could be late at night that you're getting it done, or it's early in the morning. Whenever it happens, we get the job done. My name is Jeff Jorgenson. I farm in Sidney, Iowa, down in the southwest corner. We farm about 3,500 acres, mostly corn and soybeans. We do have some hay ground. We have a cow-calf operation as well. Soybean production in 2019 was a big year for us. We had a lot of acres of soybeans last year, just kind of the way our rotation worked. Our expectation early August was we were going to have a pretty substantial crop, and as August went through, we got a little hot, got a little dry, and it backed off probably to more of an average size of crop. We stored all of our crop in 2020 and marketed quite a bit of it early. We have a few bushels left now, but not very much. You know, we're down to probably 10% of what our production was for last year. This year in 2021, so for us it's a straight rotation on acres, so we have a lot more corn this year than we do soybeans. We've definitely had that would have been that way without the market change that we've had in the last 2 months or 3 months. And we're pretty happy with where we're at. This spring, it's been pretty kind of eventful. I mean, we started off where it was kind of dry and warm in early April, very early April, and then it cooled off. So we had probably 14 days late for when we usually start planting our crop. We just finished with our corn, and we'll start soybeans tomorrow, and they probably will take just over a week to put in. So for us, it's early May. We'll be done by the middle of May with our soybeans, and they'll be planted. But conditions are dry. We haven't had rain that has slowed us down in that regard. We'll be ready for a rain, but it's been pretty smooth and pretty fast. So we were prepared to start planting our crop of corn. We usually start with corn. It was probably going to be April 11th or 12th is when we usually start. We did not get started till I think the 26th of April, 27th, right in there. And then we just finished planting of corn, being May 7th today. We'll start soybeans tomorrow on the 8th. I hope to be done by May 15th in this area. Now, I think for a lot of folks in the area, a lot of farmers in the area, most of the beans there's a lot of beans that are already in the ground. For the most part, Iowa is a rotation type crop. It's either soybeans one year and then the following would be corn. So it's a straight rotation. I don't think a lot has changed for this year. The USDA reports show that it didn't change on different from rotation based on what the values were. And I don't think the local area that I see, I haven't seen much that is corn on corn or that is soybeans after soybeans. So I think it's pretty well everybody's staying with what their straight crop rotation is. Marketing this year, for the most part, is showing that, you know, kind of wait and see is where we're at for the last 60 days. I don't think there's been a lot of grain that's been marketed for the 2021 year or forward selling. I myself have marketed very, very little at this point. I usually have a lot more marketed at this time of year than what I do this year, but I think that's coming soon. It's profitable levels. It should be a good profitable year. Now, we still have to raise a crop to make that profitability pan out the way we need to, but we're off to the right start in that regard. For us, when we're done planting, it's mostly going to be a scouting opportunity. We will be doing a lot of spraying, post-plant spraying. It's going to go pretty fast. We usually do that within a 5 or 7 day window after plantings. We will be putting on more fertilizer. We do a split application of fertilizer on our corn. Soybeans, we will be looking at when we start applying fungicides, and there could be some other opportunities for foliar feed, some of those things. We really want to make sure we have this crop going in the right direction. Weather obviously is going to be the big play this summer in 2021. I think everybody's eyes are going to be on what the weather is in the Midwest of the U.S. So hopefully we get those timely rains and our crop matures the way we need it to, and we have a good crop. This planting was challenging. It really tightened down to a pretty tight window because the weather held right. Without rain and slowdowns or stops, you get breakdowns, and some of the breakdowns have been very untimely for us, but you know, we get those put back together as quick as we can, and back to the field we go. So really the timeliness has been good. We had some issues, but That's about as fast as I can plant a crop or need to plant a crop. And I think a lot of guys in the area are the same way. I will have 2,300 acres of corn and about 800 acres of soybeans. This year in 2021, I am the president of the Iowa Soybean Association. I've been on the board for 11 years. The opportunities that I've had to work with international buyers, conferences, those type of things really enlightened me to the world aspect of how global our products are needed and utilized. It's been a lot of fun meeting a lot of people, going around the world to understand the necessity of U.S. Production and what the role it plays in what we do around the world. It's a lot of fun to see.